All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Imagine we've got this massive whiteboard in front of us, and we're going to map out a typical day in the year 2026. Now, we aren't talking about some distant sci-fi movie future here. We're looking at what's happening right now, exploring how artificial intelligence practically and realistically improves our daily routines. We're talking from the second you wake up to the minute your head hits the pillow. We'll see how AI steps in to handle all that heavy lifting. Stuff like your scheduling, meal planning, personal tutoring, and yep, even your weekly grocery shopping.
Seriously, think about it for a second. How much time and energy are you losing every single day to just routine chores, or to messy, overlapping schedules, or to the sheer, frustrating friction of trying to learn a brand new concept entirely from scratch? We all have those days, right? Days where general disorganization and household waste just completely drain your energy. I mean, the average person spends hours every week just trying to figure out what to eat for dinner, coordinating meetings, or digging through messy notes. Well, that exact friction is exactly what we're looking to solve today.
So, to actually fix that friction, we need to understand what we're working with. Let's define what an AI assistant actually is today. And first things first, let's completely bust that myth of the robot replacement, okay? An AI assistant is a collaborative tool. That's it. It continuously learns from your behavior so it can automate all the routine stuff. It analyzes your usage patterns to optimize your environment. But most importantly, whether we're talking about your home, your office, or classroom, it is specifically designed to support your independent thinking. It's not there to replace your human effort. Okay, let's move into section 1, your personalized AI tutor, focusing on learning that is adapted specifically to you. Think back to traditional education. We all know the drill. It followed this totally obsolete one-size-fits-all model. One textbook, one single explanation, and one pace for the entire room. If you didn't get it, tough luck. But by 2026, leading programs, like the Oxbridge Scholars, for example, are using AI-adapted learning. What this means is the system analyzes student behavior in real time. It sees exactly how quickly you're grasping a concept or where you're tripping up and making mistakes. If you're a visual learner, boom, it instantly gives you diagrams. If you learn better by doing, it hands you interactive simulations. The pacing is totally dynamic and completely personalized to your brain. And here is the absolute kicker. Research shows that learning through these AI-driven multimodal formats where you're combining text, videos, simulations, and collaborative problem solving actually improves knowledge retention by up to 30 to 40% compared to the old traditional methods. Think about that. You aren't just memorizing facts for a test anymore. You are actively experiencing the concept. So, how does it actually pull this off? Well, AI basically just removes that routine academic grind entirely. It can handle your note-taking, it drafts initial outlines for your papers, or even everyday emails. It'll jump in with alternative visual breakdowns the very second you get stuck on a problem. And by taking all that mechanical, tedious work off your plate, AI empowers students, and honestly lifelong learners of any age, to focus on what truly matters. And that's critical thinking, creativity, and solving complex, open-ended problems. It really is a massive upgrade to how we process information, and it buys back some serious brain power. All right, let's shift gears to section 2, organizing your workday and reclaiming your time. Picture this workflow for your daily meetings. Step 1, your AI tool automatically records the entire meeting transcript. No more frantically scrambling to write things down while someone is talking. Step 2, as soon as the call ends, the AI instantly pinpoints the main topics and summarizes your action items. Step 3, it automatically tags, sorts, and catalogs those tasks and files by topic or by client. Tools like Notion are acting as massive time savers here. They literally turn a messy, rambling hour of conversation into a perfectly structured to-do list in absolute seconds. It's kind of amazing. And the best part? These highly accessible tools are ready for you to use right now. You've probably heard of a few. Asana is fantastic for sorting projects by your specific meeting agendas and goals. Monday brilliantly breaks down massive projects into manageable little tasks with strict deadlines. We already mentioned Notion, which lets you build completely customized workspaces using AI templates and automated summaries. And then there's Airtable, which is incredibly powerful for organizing really diverse sets of data and even using AI to analyze customer feedback. By integrating tools like these, you can conduct your work so much more efficiently and keep your whole team aligned, all without that exhausting constant manual effort. Let's head into the house for section 3, the smart AI kitchen, eliminating food waste and guesswork. Now we're going to see how AI moves beyond just digital scheduling and actually helps physically manage your space. Remember the old 2015 idea of a smart fridge, where they basically just slapped a tablet on a refrigerator door? Yeah, it was totally a gimmick. But the 2026 AI kitchen is a completely different ballgame. We are talking about internal vision systems right inside your pantry and fridge. These cameras actively track your inventory, they monitor exactly when your food is going to expire, and they even suggest recipes based on what needs to be used up tonight. It literally acts as your automated shopping assistant, seamlessly adding depleted staples right to your digital grocery card. It's a huge win because it directly reduces your household food waste while basically doing your weekly shopping for you. Let me give you a really cool specific anecdote from our sources to bring this to life. Say you come home after a long, stressful day. You slide a tray of salmon into your smart oven. And that's it. You close the door. The internal camera instantly recognizes, hey, that's salmon. It weighs the portion, and it sets the perfect temperature and cooking time completely automatically. There is zero preheating guesswork, and more importantly, no more accidentally burning dinner because you got distracted and forgot to set a timer. The AI is essentially your collaborative cooking assistant. For busy families, that is an absolute game changer. Now, if you are ready to integrate this kind of smart tech into your home, you definitely need to know your options. If privacy is your absolute top concern, Josh.ai boasts a 5-star privacy rating along with high natural language capabilities. If you're more focused on energy monitoring and getting all your appliances talking to each other, Samsung SmartThings is a really solid choice. Apple HomeKit, as you'd expect, remains a staple for iPhone users who prioritize secure video and just general ease of use. And if you're a bit of a tinkerer who wants absolute unlimited control with local processing, Home Assistant is your ultimate DIY ecosystem. But you know what makes all these ecosystems so incredibly powerful? It's predictive learning. Modern systems aren't just reactive anymore, they are anticipatory. They learn continuously, quietly in the background. They pick up on subtle cues, like recognizing that your activity levels are winding down right before bedtime. They'll adjust your lighting to match seasonal changes or tweak your thermostat based on tomorrow's weather forecast. And arguably the most impressive part? When you manually adjust the temperature because you're feeling a bit chilly, the AI actually remembers the context of that change. It constantly refines its own algorithm to optimize your comfort and keep that energy bill down. Which brings us nicely to our fourth and final section, the human-AI balance and why you always remain in control. There's this fantastic principle taken directly from our education sources that I really want to emphasize here. It says, AI is treated as a tool, not the objective. And this applies perfectly to every single part of our daily lives. Whether it's cooking your dinner, sorting through a mountain of emails, or tutoring you in a complex new subject, the technology is there to serve you. The objective is your efficiency, your learning, and your peace of mind. AI is simply the tool helping you get there. But to maintain that healthy balance, we've got to practice responsible AI usage. You always need to verify AI-generated information. You should be refining and personalizing the outputs. Please don't just copy and paste the very first draft of an email it gives you. Challenge its assumptions. And above all, use AI to crush those routine, high-volume tasks so that you actually have the bandwidth to handle the complex human edge cases. Whether you're at school, at work, or at home, humans have got to critically think alongside the AI. This brings us to a capstone quote from author Christina Scalise that pretty much hits the nail on the head for everything we've talked about today. She says, "Organizing isn't about perfection. It's about efficiency, reducing stress and clutter, saving time and money, and improving your overall quality of life." And honestly, that is exactly why we integrate AI into our pantries, our schedules, and our classrooms in 2026. At the end of the day, it is simply about buying back our time. So as we wrap up this explainer, I've got one final provocative question for you to chew on. Which part of your daily routine are you going to hand over to an AI assistant first? Is it going to be untangling your messy meeting notes, managing your grocery shopping, or maybe you'll finally let it draft those tedious daily emails? Look, the tools are here, they are highly accessible, and they're ready to learn from you. Pick just one area, apply what we've talked about today, and see just how much time you can reclaim.